What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how I grew my chest from home. And honestly, these are 3 simple methods that I've always put into my training and that I noticed great growth from. So without further ado, we're going to start. First, I did push-ups, but not just normal push-ups. Push-ups are okay, push-ups are great, but they're severely lacking in range of motion and the range you can really get a good contraction out of them. So for me, I usually put in decline push-ups as well as weighted push-ups. So a decline push-up is basically you'll have your hands up on some sort of platform, maybe like you put books to each side of your body, and you'll have your hands up here. This way you'll get a deeper contraction when you're stretching, when you're going all the way down in your push-up, and you'll really feel more activation in more parts of your chest, honestly. And then when you're doing weighted push-ups, you guys can get a backpack, fill it with books or water or whatever you have laying around the house. Or me personally, I have a weighted vest and things like that, and you can start scaling your way up. It's much like a bench press in the way that you're, putting more weight and loading up and keeping it in the lower rep ranges. Like for me, my goal is to make it like 8 to 12 reps with heavy weight on it. Whatever weight that really pushes me and challenges me to get that final rep in. So I'm telling you guys, try the weighted push-up, put books in there, whatever you have laying around that's heavy, and really start doing that because you guys will see immense growth in your gains in your chest as well. And also you guys can do more push-up burnouts at the end. Once you finish a great chest workout, implement some push-ups. Even if you're in the gym, even if you're lifting weights, implement those push-ups in there and really destroy that chest muscle. Really feel yourself pushing for those last reps. All right, guys, now we're getting on to my favorite exercise. Honestly, me personally, I love doing dips and weighted dips as well. So as you scale yourself up, dips will be a real key point. Not only does this hit all the heads of your tricep, but this also greatly engages the chest. Now, one thing when you're doing your dips, you have to make sure your form is on point. The more you put your waist back in dips, the more you're engaging your chest, but the more you're keeping your body aligned straightly, the more you're engaging your triceps. So be mindful of that when you're focusing on goals. So like for me, when I do my weighted dips, when I'm focusing on that chest, I put that butt out a little more. But me personally, my chest is pretty well developed, so I try to get more tricep activation, keeping my body straight down. And you guys supplement this with weighted calisthenics, doing weighted dips. Same thing as doing the push-ups. You have a backpack, put something in it, some water in it, a weighted vest, or even a weighted belt, which I love using when I go to the gym. You know me, if you see me in the gym, you're always gonna see me doing weighted dips every single time. And honestly, it's one of the great things to scale up. Now, a lot of people are too afraid of getting injured when they're doing their dips, so be mindful of how deep you go. Me personally, I go 90 degrees. A lot of people say I'm cheating myself by not going super deep, but it kind of leaves your shoulders vulnerable when you're going that deep into it. Or at least me personally, and I've never been injured in the gym at all, and I plan on keeping that streak safe. So for me, I keep a 90-degree bend, control the movement, nothing too crazy. I'm not going too deep in it, but really still feeling that contraction. And I'm telling you guys, if you do this right, your chest is gonna be destroyed. And for me, I program it 4 sets, 8 to 12. I'm really trying to start failing on the 10th rep on my last set, honestly. Oh, and if you guys want a planche parallel to do your dips on from home, order that, link in the bio. Just check it out. You guys get a certain percent off for using my link. And next we're gonna go into explosive push-ups. So doing explosive push-ups are pretty simple, but there's so many ways you can do it. Honestly, it can be broken down to whatever you like. But for me personally, we all start off doing a basic push-up and you just jump up a little bit when you're doing your push-up. You're trying to get as high as you can. And then you're gonna work your way up to a clapping push-up. Some people can do a staggering push-up. These forms are all great, even working your way up to the point where you can stand up from a push-up position where you have so much pushing strength that you can just push yourself up. This is great because it adds the progressive overload factor because you're going higher every time, and it also has more fast twitch fibers engaged when you're doing these push-ups instead of when you're doing just regular push-ups and you can do like 100. That's more endurance muscle you're working. But when you're doing explosive for like 8 to 12, maybe even 15, as high as you can, you're getting more of that fast twitch fiber, and that's what's gonna make your chest look extremely developed, extremely well defined. And also you're gonna see some real strength gains from doing these explosive push-ups. Now me personally, my favorite is always clapping or Superman push-ups. So those is a good point to work your way up to there. And honestly, just be, creative with it. Whatever feels good for your body, whatever makes you feel healthy, as long as you're not overextending your shoulders, you guys will see great development doing these explosive push-ups and programming them into your everyday chest routine. I promise you guys, It's super underrated, and I feel like this is something that I need to get out in the community way more. All right, guys, so that's the end of the video. Now, one thing to be mindful of is your chest is very genetic based. You know, your chest might not look like my chest. It definitely won't, because we have different genetics, and same vice versa, you know. So be mindful of what you can achieve naturally. Be mindful of your genetics, how your physique forms yourself, and just always try to, look to find your way up, look to find what works with you, and look what you should implement into your daily routine. Now, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.